Hello, and welcome along to episode 12 of Collusion. I know the music's really loud, I'm fixing it. In the meantime, who wants to do today's recap?
I did last week.
I'll do it.
Cool, Mikayla, go.
Where did we start?
Where did you finish?
I know where we finished. Oh yeah, we went shopping. Okay. So we started off pretty much being woken up early by Aisha, who... Was that where we started? Is that where we began? Yeah, okay. So yeah, Aisha was waking us up early to go shopping in Perdition, I believe. Because we gotta get out of there quick because it was we gotta get out of there, you know, at an early enough time because it's a holiday. The Rapture, and yeah, we don't want to be stuck down in Perdition when that starts popping off. So we went with Aisha and Shift escorting us to a couple of shops, specifically, oh goodness, I Buy Things, was that the name of it? Mm-hmm. Run by some kind of creature. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I think we determined he's some kind of devil, maybe. But he
did you
just
go there
had.
First? You did, right? You did go there first.
We did. We needed to make some liquid. We needed some cash.
We needed some money to work with. So yeah, we found out that guy was like a hoarder, just had all kinds of everything there, and a lot of cool stuff. We had fun looking at his things, but we did sell and buy a few things, got some money, headed out of there. And went pretty much next door to see Gats, the nasty gnome. Is he a gnome? Yeah, he looks really gross and hideous. Yep. But he was also a bit cantankerous with us, but he was... at least Aisha was friendly to him, and he helped improve Paisley's gun a bit. So that was much appreciated. We also asked him a little bit about... if he knew of focus tech, because we heard he didn't have implants, and he had heard of it. Something about microplastics that we will hear more about later.
He knew they were a microplastic vendor and that their last big sale had been to Uplink.
Yes. And then after that, we went next door to see... to a sign building that I think just said, "We're closed, fuck off," something like that.
It literally did say that. Yes,
that's exactly it.
We're closed, fuck off.
Yes. Where we heard there was someone there who deals in information, but Shift and Aisha suggested she was pretty dangerous. So we proceeded with caution, where we met Ripley, some kind of terrifying vampire woman, who scared Vulgo right out of the room. And yeah, we traded a bit of information to her, like about what happened at that wizard's tower. And in exchange, she told us that whoever's after us, it goes all the way to the top. Also double confirmed what we heard about the deal with Uplink and Focus Tech. And yeah, I think she was willing to maybe talk to us again after the big soiree if we had any more information. Also, Jezebel came by to see her, asking about Focus Tech. It was kind of interesting. After that, we dipped out of there, hung out for a bit, went to see Louvain, I think.
Well...
Not by before
choice.
that, you went to the coffee shop, and also various bits of shopping for Aisha.
Yes.
And there was.
That's when things started popping off. Yeah. So while we were hanging out, we noticed some heavily armored, or serious-looking.
Can I interrupt
folks.
you briefly, Mikayla? You did also witness a conversation between two Celestials.
Oh yeah.
So Cyrus and Christian were having a conversation, stating that they were talking about going up above, so to be part of the floats, the traditional procession that happens on Rapture. But both of them were nervous because of the way that they've been treated recently above, up top, if you like. But a third person told them to get their ass in gear and go. Basically.
Yeah, and this shiny guy was kind of staring intently at, who was it? One of us.
Brozzig.
Brozzig. Okay, yeah, Brozzig caught his attention.
Yes, and he asked if he knew you.
But Brozzig didn't know this guy, and I think he'd remember meeting this fella. But yeah, shortly after those guys left, Aisha is basically rushing in saying, we need to go, because we step outside and there is a big hullabaloo. Some guards-looking guys are basically saying they're looking for a group of 4 without implants, which is definitely us. So we pretty much slipped away to talk to Louvain. We were still under his protection, and also wanted to talk to him about Dylan's situation.
These are the creatures that were flying through the sky looking for you.
Oh yeah,
they're known as searchers. They're high-level Siphon who are employed by various rich people.
Very scary. Okay.
Yeah, you beat one up in the pre-campaign.
I wasn't there, but I'm sure those guys did a great job. Yeah, so we were brought in to talk to Louvain. We bribed him with some expensive alcohol. And he agreed to let Dylan out in public again, as long as he doesn't show his face down in Perdition anymore. We also found out the thing Dylan stole from him was a girl. I think it was Lex specifically. And that is kind of why he was all mad at Dylan. We got your Louvain got his succubus friend. Is that what she was? Or maybe a changeling? She was very sensual and seductive.
She was definitely a succubus, yes.
Okay, yeah. And got her to help us out with making some masks for the festivities. And Louvain got us a way to get out of here, let's say incognito, with we're gonna be part of the parade, the floats, specifically dressed as some kind of sausage hot dog people. Yep. I think that's where we left.
Yeah, I'm just going to correct one thing. I don't know if that's the impression I gave that it was Lex. It was certainly a different female that looked or acted in a similar way to Lex. So another construction of the same type. I will actually give a tiny bit more detail there to say that what Dylan stole was the ability to control that person in an attempt to free them.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was an amulet. You said that he was controlling
exactly.
her.
So, if you know about shield guardians and guardian amulets,
didn't we have a master amulet?
This is a very, very high-tech version of that.
We sold it because it was broken. We killed the
killed the guardian.
Killed the construct, and exactly. But you would know that it's a very, very, very modern, high-tech version of that, basically allowing you to be the person to whom those creatures respond. Lex wears her own.
Oh,
she is completely free, but previous one didn't.
We also found out that the man that programmed her works for Garrick from Metacorp, who we're probably going to meet next time at the thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool, fantastic, wonderful recap. And so we resume in the bowels of hell, in Perdition, with you dressed as sausages.
Goody.
Always a good laugh. So let's get our sausage music on.
Right.
Interested to hear what sausage music is.
I can't wait.
Well, the title is Gateway to Hell, so I'll let you do that for you. As each one of the 4 of you zips up in your costume, you've got little tiny eye holes that look like little bird marks on the frankfurt.
Oh wow.
And your legs are separately out from this. You've got little sort of pale brown overall trousers or overall pants that go over your legs as they hang out of this sausage. And somebody dressed as a sausage is going to come in and offer to lead the way for you.
Sure.
It doesn't say a huge amount, but you do hear a telepathic voice into each of your minds. It is one by one, and it sounds a little monotonous. It says, "We will be leaving now. Please follow carefully. We don't want you getting lost. We need a dozen frankfurters for the float. A dozen. You will be the extra 4. Come along." And he will lead you out to Louvon's lift. This is you've been in this many times, but now you're going to see one of the small little devils open up the panel and put in a different code. And the lift, you thought you were on the top floor, and then it slowly ascends, going up into the city proper. And as you do so, I will take a survival check from everyone, please. Brozzig, you may give this to me with advantage in accordance with your background feature, that you won't always know where you are. Or sometimes where you are.
10 for
great.
Brozzig.
That's better than a 9/9 and what did we get, Vulgo?
I got a 13.
Vulgo knows where you are. Just about.
Great.
You passed through here very, very briefly when you were on your way from the Last Light Chapel. You went through the district ever so quickly. I'm looking for the map. Here we are. And you went round the districts, so to speak. I have a line, thank you. A bit like this. And you passed very briefly through Arlington. And as you come up, you will note that you are in Arlington. And coming towards you is basically the equivalent of a modern-day truck. Wiener line will line up.
This is float.
What's our marching order right now? Who's in the front?
Boy.
You will be the back 4, so
I want to be in the
I'm
back.
in the middle.
I will lead this sausage party. I will be.
I will bring up the rear.
Okay.
I don't want I don't want Del all the way in the back. She may get lost.
Yes, there are some oddly large differences in sizes of these wheels. But as the float turns towards you, you will realize that your buns are waiting for you. Isn't that nice? As you will see various different angled hot dog buns. One of these is definitely like a sofa or chaise longue. One of these is sort of like tilted backwards slightly so you can lie in it. One of them is on a very sideways angle, which is going to be a remarkable challenge for whoever has that one. And then just at the very front is a single one that Oleg, as you look at it, you realize there is a loading device at the bottom of it. And it looks like a human cannon.
Oh.
As a hot dog roll.
Why are there 4? Sorry, go ahead.
Go on.
Go ahead. No.
The telepathic voice sort of once more. Please take a place in the line. The dance is easy. We can practice twice before we go.
Are there other hot dog people around
There are
us?
8 sausages. And you 4.
But why are there 14 buns? It doesn't make any sense. There should be the same amount.
Why they always do it like that?
Well, yeah,
right?
it doesn't match up. It doesn't make any
Did
sense.
I say 14?
Just to trick you.
I'm making a joke.
No,
Oh,
this is
I
how
heard
they...
it.
Not have that joke in England? Is that what it is?
Do they sell buns and hot dogs in the same amount over there?
Oh, God,
They
no.
don't do it here. Okay, isn't
God,
that
no.
weird?
That's how they get you.
Exactly. They sell like buns and hot dogs. One will have
Buns
like
are always
8.
a 6-pack and hot dogs are always a 12-pack, no?
No, they have like the
No.
No.
They're all
we
different
figured-
numbers
over
that
here.
don't match.
You have metric system hot dogs and buns. We don't have that here.
Oh, no.
It's the backwards
But
line.
anyway, yes, as you will sort of look at all of these, he will this telepathic voice will tell you to get in line, and he will stand in front of you, and the 11 of you can line up, and he will show you the hot dog dance. And it's a very simple song. that says, I love hot dogs, but most of all, when they're from Brandog. And Brandog is the brand, if you didn't get it.
Can you show us the dance, James?
Yes, it's very simple. You step to the right, you step to the left, you go back to the middle, and then you hop once in place. So it's, I
Okay,
love
this
hot
is
dogs, I love hot dogs, especially
Interesting.
when they're from Brandog, and that's it. Okay.
Actually, this is perfect. Can I get in the one that's like... Because
You will
Hold
not
on,
be getting in
before I-
any buns yet. No
before I
buns.
embarrass myself...
Okay, no buns, but I do need a performance check from each of you, please.
Oh, good.
Okay, perfect.
One
What's
of my
check?
best stats, you
I
might
need
say.
a performance check from each of you to see how well
Performance.
you are hot dogging.
Oh, Brozzig is the best at this.
Mm,
I'm gonna roll a D4.
Brozzig, you're a
inspiration
natural.
here. Hold on.
I got a 9.
Okay, that's
Nice.
Oh, let's go.
good. It does not
Let's
matter
go.
how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop.
Do not stop dancing.
Wow.
Never
Uh,
stop. Let's
I will
go,
give you the
9.
full 4 on that.
Oh, yeah.
And not even ask you to roll.
Wow.
That is so appropriate.
Nice.
2 tabs.
And as you sausage yourselves, I don't really know what I'm going to leave you guys on. Let's just find you a random image of Tetris, because I don't have any pictures. I tried looking for futuristic Mardi Gras AI art, and I got some of the scariest things I've ever seen on the internet that do not involve any form of illegal containment or sexual containment. And I thought, no, I'm not searching for this anymore. You're getting this.
That's
So we
fine.
will throw you into the... Oh, this has its own
Ooh.
music. That's really not very helpful. Okay, we'll close it off and we'll go back to our music. Excuse me. Okay. As the 4 of you begin your sausage dance, none of you are particularly in time. Oleg's get there a little bit, but it's not great. And he will remonstrate with you in a monotone voice. Please try and dance all at the same time. It doesn't work if you can't follow the beat. Okay.
The suit is.
And then he sort of looks... The suit is constricting.
Yes, exactly.
I am ever so
I can't
sorry.
get down like this.
That's okay. 11, you. He points at you, Paisley. You can be the cannon sausage.
Well, I'm...
Come forward.
What is? Okay.
Can I
At the
look
end of
around
the
to see if
dance-
are there any smaller sausages?
There is one sausage that is also small, but nowhere near as small as Paisley.
Oh god, I'm the smallest.
Yeah, there is
The
also
most
one that is
cannonable.
way bigger than all of you. It's like 9 foot tall.
My god.
Excuse me, can I have a look at sausage cannon?
Yeah, I
want
need
to
my friend to
observe the cannon?
inspect it first, make
yes,
sure it's safe.
I have some experience with cannon.
Exactly.
Okay, you may do so. Please inspect it at your leisure.
I'm gonna go like a look at it, look back at it, and look at like the little one that's slightly bigger than 2.
Quite a lot bigger, like 4 foot, as opposed to whatever Paisley is, 2
Yeah.
foot 9 or something.
And we're not talking about Brozzig, right?
No,
Brozzig's
no.
not the-
No.
Slightly
Tastes
shorter
like
than
cocktail
that.
sausage.
I'm gonna explain to this thing that I think for purpose of like a thing, if we have a wider in circumference person in sausage cannon, much more distance you will have.
Yeah, that makes sense to me too.
You know,
Also.
because if too small,
We do
then
not
not
want
enough pressure
distance,
built
otherwise
up.
they will miss the landing spot.
Ooh.
And then you
Yeah.
will see over the other side, there is what looks like a large splash of ketchup and mustard on the floor. It is padded
Oh,
designed to
boy.
catch you, with a very open bun ready to receive you. And actually, for that note, it is worth mentioning there are, I suppose, 13 buns. As Paisley will be followed,
Of course.
will be fired from one to the other. Sort of, if you want to try, we will do a test run. Perhaps if it fails and you are injured, we do have a backup sausage. We'll gesture for you to lie down in the cannon. Oleg, it's a very simple, it is literally sort of just a crank wheel that sort of pulls back a spring and then just pew! It's going to be very exciting.
I'll look over. I'm gonna look down at Paisley and be like, I tried.
It's okay. No one can see my face, at least.
Paisley, roll me a D100.
Oh, okay, great.
This is most likely to succeed, but
You're going to a different district.
That's an 88.
88, great, fantastic.
Ooh, what a good number.
You sort of lie in the cannon, and after a brief moment, you just see. It's quite simple. It's really not a far flight. You go about 4 feet, and you land perfectly, diagonally in the ketchup mustard roll. And when you do, you hear this da-da-da-da from the speakers underneath the hot dog roll that says, "Brand dog is best enjoyed with sauces." And then there's this sort of spieled advert afterwards which says, "Purchase our special brand of ketchup and mayonnaise to go with our hot dogs anytime you like. Available from X, Y, and Z stores, etc., etc." And then he's like, "Right, please get back in line. We will do the hot dog dance one more time, and then we will be ready. Please do not fail it. After we have done the dance 12 times, the signal will go off. You will hear ba-ba-da-ba, and you will know it is time to find your nearest bun. Please choose a bun
We're not
now.
in the bun all the time.
No, you're just dancing, and then you find the bun and jump in.
Oh, I was so hoping that I could just lay on the chaise longue hot dog and not do anything.
So every 12 times you do the hot dog dance and the full hot dog song, you then have to lie on your bun. Paisley will then get fired. The beep will go off. The advert will run, and then you guys will be able to sit in or lie in your hot dog buns for the duration of the advert. And I will take a D100 from the 3 of you that are not Paisley to see who gets that awkward angled bun.
When Paisley comes back, could I wipe some of the sauce off of her costume and smear it over my face?
You've misunderstood. It's just a padded landing space.
It's not actual
like
sauce.
Ketchup and mustard. No, I'm not firing him.
What kind of cheap company can't put actual sauce down?
If she landed in actual sauce, it wouldn't cushion her fall at all. And we'd have
I assumed there'd be padding, but there'd also be sauce there.
No. The
thank
padding
God.
looks like a
Cheapskate.
splash of ketchup and mustard. D100s, please. Specifically from Vulgo. Are you going to get a 13 or a 16? That is the question.
That's
see.
pretty
Right now, it's
impressive.
a pretty tight running. Oleg just doing the minimum possible to avoid the diagonal.
I got 91.
Right.
Nice.
So with
win.
91, you will get the shiznit.
Yeah.
Nice.
When I lay down on it, though, I'm gonna lay down so that I'm facing the back, so that no one can see my face.
With a 15, Oleg, you have pulled off the slightly weird straw that you have a slightly tilted forward roll that is shorter than you.
Oh no.
So your head is poking out the top, and you have to bend over a little bit to stand in it properly. But Brozzig, you have one that is angled at an almost 30-degree angle off the ground. And as you attempt to place yourself in it, can I take an acrobatics check, please?
Oh no.
I'm very dexterous.
I'm sure you are. That's
pretty
brilliant.
good.
8.
With an 8,
Sure.
you lie in it very briefly and then just roll out on the floor. And then again, and finally, the very, very, very tall hot dog will come over, pick you up and put you in it, and show you that there is a strap you can pull down to strap you in once you are in it.
Oh well, you
And
could
he'll
have
show
told
you
me
where the
that.
pop clip is.
You could have told me that to start, tall hot dog. Thank you.
Is all he says. He says nothing else. And you get the impression that he doesn't have many words.
Man, a few words.
Okay. As you get in your float, you will see 2 other floats begin to park in front and behind you. On the float in front of you, you see a big sign that says "World's Fattest Man,"
Ooh.
and
That is
underneath it is a humongous human. Human-ish. We're not sure exactly of his race. But he sits on a sort of wide bench, and in front of him are piled various different foodstuffs. And I'll take a perception check from all of you, please. He is wearing just a large pair of spandex shorts and a very big pair of flip-flops.
That's a nat 20 for
I
me.
love that.
Becomes a 19.
Brozzig knows his brands. And as Brozzig is looking, we'll note that not only are the foodstuffs all made up of branded food, they are all represented in floats that are close in the line to the world's fattest man. So this is some good advertising going on.
Oh my god.
He watches.
180.
Brozzig watches. Brozzig watches a lot
that's
of commercials during Zen Ball.
Of
It's
course,
all
of course.
commercials.
And Vulgo just happens to have recognized certain ones from locally nearby, from all those vending machines he goes to.
Yeah, hot dogs and vending machines? What in Japan is going on?
All sorts of different food in front of him. He has potato chips, he has sodas, he has chocolate bars, he has hot dogs, he has burgers, he has pizzas, all sorts piled up beside him.
Of all the times to not have mage hand.
You want something? I'll snag you something.
And,
yeah, could you snag me a quarter pounder, please?
Can I grab one of those burgers on the other float?
you want to try and sneak off in your sausage costume to climb onto another float to grab
No, I have a mage hand.
Oh, what's the range of it? How far away from you can it go?
30 feet.
Per round.
Okay, it can keep going and coming back. Great. Okay,
Yeah.
so you stand there casually, like eyes watching. The mage hand picks up a burger, and as it's just getting out of range, the fat man sort of looks over at you. Just hear, "Oh," as the burger just floats away from him.
I didn't think you would notice.
No, you see him sort of nonchalantly reach an arm, and then it seems like too much effort for him, and he just lets it go.
He's like one of the people from
Wall-E?
that film. Thank
Wall-E?
you. Yes. I'm glad someone could pick up what I was attempting to say.
I got you.
Yeah, cool. So as you guys, and you'll notice that that's the one in front of you, and the one behind you, is some sort of video gaming float.
Ooh, now we're talking.
And you will notice that it's very cartoony, and it's called Monkey Go Jumpy. And basically, there's some short trees and some tall trees and some sort of low-hanging and high-hanging bananas and various different platforms, and you have to navigate the monkey from banana to banana. But the entire back of the float is one big screen. And there are different counters at the front, like you can sit and you can have a go. While everybody who's watching the floats go by sees you trying to win.
Does the monkey have a red cap on?
Should he?
What?
Should he?
Why not?
I don't know.
Monkey is.
I was wondering if he was Diddy Kong.
Oh no. No, he's wearing a Zen Ball costume. He's wearing blue shorts and a white top with the arrows blazoned across. Of course, the game sponsors the Zen Ball team and vice versa. But yeah, as you get in your little line, the floats begin to move, and you hear this voice to you. It's time to start the sausage dance.
Oh boy.
Who remembers the moves?
It's so complicated.
I'm just copying the very tall hot dog.
He's good. He's good. He's got his moves down. Occasionally that's a noise as he goes.
He's an expert.
And as you move along, you have no idea why any of you are singing this song or doing this dance, because none of you can hear a fucking thing. About 4 behind you is a float with a huge dance stage above it. And you will hear this pounding music going. As those of you who look to the left will see the rabbit duo of...
Oh no, not these guys.
So cute.
Mikayla hasn't seen them. So this is Zane and Kyle. They are the breakdancing duo of Quick Hop. And they are absolutely in their prime.
We meet them?
You met them in the pre-campaign.
We did.
Yeah.
I remember you guys meeting them, but I was just listening, so I never saw their art. So cute.
So yeah, you see them doing like their handstands, their backflips, etc. How they're gonna keep this up for the entire 32 district parade, you've no idea. And then it'll come to you. Your sausage costumes are quite hot. You're doing a stupid dance. And every 12 verses, Paisley, you're gonna get fired from one hot dog bun to another. And suddenly you realize that this is going to be a really tough day.
Yeah, how long does this parade go?
More to the point, where the fuck are Aisha and Shift? How did they get out of this?
I assume they were on a different float.
No,
got,
they
I'm assuming they're driving this float.
They just walked off. They didn't have the
Wow.
sausage apple because they're not wanted. You are.
That's fair.
So rude.
So as you lock in here, I will take an endurance check, a con save, please, from the four of you.
Oh God. Wow, natural 20. Paisley's a natural at being shot out of a
We've
cannon.
been going for about 40 minutes at this point when I ask for this save.
4 from Brozzig.
12 from Oleg.
I think I get confused at some point. I start doing the chicken dance.
Vulgo, what was your con save?
11.
And Oleg?
12.
In typical fashion, only Brozzig gets an exhaustion card.
He has to
you have
lay at
one
that
level of
awkward
exhaustion.
angle.
It's that awkward angle with the strap every time you get in it. Your back hurts more every single time.
I shouldn't have had all that extra beer for breakfast. It was a poor decision.
It is true. But just as you are beginning to think that this day is endless, and you're looking out at the sights and you can barely see past all the 50 million floats on the way, you will notice that you have moved into a different district. You are in fact now in Groverside. Bonus points to anyone who can tell me any information about Groverside.
This is where
Hipster, there's lots of
lives,
cafes.
right?
What did you say?
Oh,
Rico?
wrong district, I think. I thought it was this not the hipster district where there's so many cafes? Or is that
Correct
somewhere
on both counts.
Oh, this is also the place where the motorway goes through the
It's
city.
Not the picture. It's not the picture, it's the district.
Wow, well that's misleading.
There is more information about Groverside.
It was a trap.
There is more information about Groverside if anyone can pull it up their ass.
Hey, well, that's where that other guy was. The, Bacchus. The brother of the government guy.
Oh,
Who we might meet at this
Excellent.
party.
Absolutely excellent work.
Oh, yeah.
Take yourself a D8 and sit on it.
Wow.
What a show off.
That's right.
Wow, that was that one was the one I wasn't expecting anyone to pull out their ass. Yeah, as you enter into Groverside, you will hear 9, 10, 11, and 12 head to your right. And you will see 4 sausages lined up, one of whom is very, very short, and they are ready to take your places.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank God.
Thank goodness. Paisley doesn't want to admit it. She's kind of been having fun getting shot out the cannon.
As the little one passes you, a voice reaches out to you and says, "You're so welcome," and you recognize it. Remember this guy?
Aww.
Aww.
Yes.
He was the receptionist at Korsh's Fedition Church of the Fallen.
Oh, yes.
And he has been looking forward to this festival all year. Because, and as you realize this with the voice, and you remember that gruff grunt from the guy at the end, and you hear that telepathic voice again in your head, you suddenly realize that these costumes, not on this float only, but on lots of them, are a way for the devils, demons, celestials who are not accepted very well in the upper parts of Anakesia to get to watch the city and see the city, because they're disguised in sausage costumes and other such things. And they may even make it to an upper side party if they're lucky. As the 4 of you come to the side, you will note Aisha sort of crouching in a sort of part of the outside of the float that's sheltered from the public. And she's got a big jug of iced water.
Oh my goodness.
She will offer you all a glass. And
My hero.
you look so stupid.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here.
Oh.
Can I take my big costume off and use it as an improvised weapon to whack her with it? like a pool noodle,
Give
if
me
you
an
will.
unarmed strike.
Yeah.
I want to as she's like holding the jug as well. I want it to go flying with her.
Oh hell no.
You think someone's gonna go flying?
With a big.
From the padded hot
Yeah,
From
dog
an
suit.
inflatable suit?
Well, Vulgo's pretty
Well, I
strong.
thought
Well,
it was
that's
like +5. Let's say 17.
Nice. Yeah, you hit her on the side of the head with basically like an inflatable hammer, and it lets out a little squeaking noise. And then she's like, "Hey, come on! I've got us some seats around the corner." I pressed start too soon. Sorry. I really thought that had an intro to it. Just I've got some seats around the corner where we can sit and we can watch the whole festival before we go back for the Collusion party. Come on, that's brilliant seats. Let's go. And then once you're all desuited, she'll be like, right, get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump. And you will be able to jump off the side of the float and find yourselves near a very posh artisanal cafe. And this cafe is called Seeds on the Bun.
Wow.
And you will see that it's got this sort of hologrammatic 3D half bun coming out the top of the cafe. And a beautiful Kalistari female will come over to you. Excuse me, can I take your order? Would you like a coffee or perhaps a pastry?
Yes. To
Can I
both.
have do you have any hot dogs?
No, but you could get one on the stand. It is just over there. And you will see a little sort of hot dog stand over to the right, hot dog burgers, etc. That seems to be part of the festival. The more this person speaks, the more you realize they cannot physically be real. And finally, you will catch sight of just a tiny little zip behind the neck. This is definitely a cyborg who's meant to look like a beautiful Kalishtar or an automaton. Because every time they speak, they end their sentence on exactly the high note every time. It is fucking infuriating after a short while. And Shift will just order some stuff to get rid of her.
Now, are we wearing our new masks now?
You got one. Oh no, you don't wear your masks yet. You wear those to the.
That's for
to the ball. You can just sit as you are.
Well, so can I? Yeah, I want to talk to Aisha for a moment then.
Yeah, and as you sit there, you will see the floats begin to come past you, and I will talk to you all about them in a moment. But what are you saying, Aisha?
No, Aisha, this we are wanted criminals. Is this safe for us to be hanging out in cafe on
Nobody
the street
really knows
corner
what
here?
you look like. I just thought it was safe to. It was just safe for us to get up here. You know, it's 4 individuals without implants. Look how many people there are. And she'll point out there's hundreds of cafes. There's stalls. There's queues. There's people standing up looking at the floats. There's little kids running around. It's just madness going on.
Are there many people without implants though?
You can't even tell.
How do we know? Yeah, it's
You
hard
can't
to-
even tell. There's millions of people. Just a reminder, the population of Anakesia itself is sort of well over 100 million. And probably you've got, I don't even mean Anakesia, sorry, I mean Tetris. The population of Tetris is well over 100 million in these 36 districts. There are so many people out on the streets standing around. You could be walking upside down on your hands looking like a devil and nobody would notice. This is a good
But it's less so in Perdition. Just to be clear.
Partly that, and partly the Siphon was so close.
We were fucking around. Yeah, we were poking around.
Right there. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And you were in a place where you stood out because there were very few humanoids down there at all. You weren't a devil, a celestial, etc. Here, you don't stand out. You're humanoids.
I just want to figure out how drunk Brozzig's going to get, and that explains it. If it's safe, then he's getting drunk.
Yeah,
okay.
You're not going to get too drunk here if they don't serve any alcohol. But you will get hammered when you get back to the Collusion base. Here, you might be able to get the odd beer from passing processions.
He has a roadie. He has some left over.
Yeah, but various different floats that pass you. You'll notice there's sort of 3 different types of floats. There's the sort of advertising floats that are either food stuff, drink stuff, all that sort of excitement. And then there's the second one, which seems to be like performance floats. Here are your acrobats, your jugglers, your musicians, etc. And each time a musician passes, you hear their music for a few minutes, and then off they go, and the next person comes. And then there's the third type, which are the sort of odd. They're not really performers, but they're not really, certainly not advertising. They're more just oddities. This includes the world's saddest man. There is a bearded woman at one point, whose beard is so long she has managed to tie it to 2 sides of the float in 2 lovely braids, and is just sitting there. There is nothing else going on. But yeah, as the floats pass, you will notice various different ones. You see the full dance crew of the famous Nodding Lizards. Where are they? Bass Storm.
Oh, my favorite band.
And their music will start as they come past. And you see each of them as they sort of ready, their heads just.
Oh, how sad! One of their glasses is fucked.
Why?
One of them's broke.
Is it?
Yeah, the one with the blue one.
Oh yeah. Ah, he's got a little green crack on it. It's just style. They all want different style.
Stylistic.
Right.
I wouldn't count the tails if I was you.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you'll see them nodding as the music comes past. That is all they do, and they're one of the most popular bands in the world.
Paisley's getting turned.
Shortly after them, you see a two-headed ogre, which is currently involved in a vicious argument with itself about whether it should be here or not.
Oh, wow.
You see a very large clown on a pair of stilts, and those stilts are in little sort of self-hoverboards, I guess, individual hoverboards. And the joke of it all is the hoverboards aren't going in concert, so his legs are sort of doing this in the air, while he clings very scared to the one part of the float. He's got a huge red nose that moves around, and every now and again, two eyes open on the red nose and look around briefly and then close again. You see an incredible sort of first it's a dragonborn man, and he lets his hands out, and a huge golden dragon sort of leaps from the float and comes down over the crowd, breathing fire, and then spirals back and does a backflip over your table, and then launches back into the float. And then shortly after that, two giants leap out and start hitting at each other with clubs as he continues his fabulous illusions. You see a Goliath who is juggling. He currently seems to be juggling 6 things. 2 halflings, 1 gnome, 1 Svirfnebli, 1 goblin, and 1 harangon. And he's just tossing them really high in the air and then catching the next one. Just behind him, you find 2 acrobats. Both Kenders, sort of using their... No, that's not right. Hedozis, that's right. Using their feet to sort of spiral off the ceiling and jump about. And basically doing various acrobats. And then one sort of quite slow-moving procession has a live bar on it with various different sort of flair bartenders. Sorry, this is not the right track.
Are they serving drinks?
Oh, they are. You can go up and buy them if you want. 10 credits a cocktail.
Let's get a drink, Brozzig.
10 credits.
Yes, let's go. Let's go.
Just
I don't want
paying
any
for show.
I mean, Vulgo spends more than that on snacks every day. Okay, I'm getting a drink. I had a rough day. I fell out of hot dog
No
float.
one told me this, Vulgo.
I almost died.
Snacks where we have free food.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Tell her the truth, Vulgo.
Why are you going to the bar when there's free drinks back at the base?
Hey, bartender,
Doing this as well.
right there.
For
Throw one this
novelty.
way. Throw one this way.
Let's try to catch it.
Okay.
I don't know if I can throw a credit at him. I don't know how I do that.
No, you have to put your wrist over. There's just 3 of you getting them. Is that right, or is Oleg not cocktailing?
Oh, I'm not getting anything.
No, I know you're not. Is Oleg cocktailing?
I suppose it's Rapture.
Yeah, get into the spirit.
Okay, give me a second. We will get you a. So as you go up, your first one is called Blood and Foam. The second one is called Galaxy Swirl, which is this one here. And the third is simply called Pure Evil.
Ooh, they all
looks
sound
like
so
this.
good. Wow, it's like
Oh,
no.
that one will get you drunkest. Brozzig takes pure evil for sure.
Okay.
I want the fire bubbles.
Okay, blood and foam. Yes.
What was the
Yes.
second one?
The second one is a Galaxy Swirl, and in the glass, an entire galaxy moves around. 10 credits each.
Yum, yum, yum.
Spend them up. Whoever takes the blood and foam, is that Paisley?
That's Paisley.
As
Well,
you
we have
take
the
your
cheers
very
first. We have
first.
to cheers
Oh
first.
yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Shift and Aisha will join in, and just as this toast is going, Aisha will slide Vulgo a de-stress can.
Yeah. It is bad luck. It is bad luck to toast with nothing in your hand, Vulgo. It doesn't have to be booze, but it
I have
to be
a hot
something.
dog. A jumbo dog.
That's just don't be weird, okay? Just
You
one
said,
time.
you said something in your hand.
Just
It
be
doesn't
cool
have to be
this
a
one
drink,
time.
you said.
It does. I changed the rules just now.
Black can, blue riding across the front, de-stress if you want to join in. And yeah, as you sort of toast, Aisha will say, to your survival, ongoing.
Thanks, Aisha. We're trying to
Chef will
Keep
shrug
going,
and
baby.
happy Rapture.
forget about that right now.
My bad. Yes, so if you had the blood and foam, the very first sip is like ice cream. The foam tastes like vanilla ice cream, and the underneath tastes like fiery hot cinnamon whiskey.
Wow.
Then as it
Fireball.
goes down, it is like a fireball with ice cream. As it goes down, there's like a burning sensation, then a freezing sensation, then a burning sensation, then a freezing sensation. And then your whole skin will ripple a dark red color.
Ooh.
And then go back to its original color, each mouthful.
Ooh.
For the next hour, you will have fire resistance and cold resistance.
Wow.
Hey,
Who took the galaxy spell?
Yum, yum, yum.
Oleg took the galaxy.
Fantastic. When you take your first sort of slight sip, there's just this taste of like slightly sharp kiwi fruit. And then as you just let a little bit more in, it sort of moves on to the next fruit and you taste like pure passion fruit. But there's this sensation like you've bitten into it. And then there's this sort of cutting citrus lemon followed by a little sort of sweet pineapple. Then it settles on this sort of slightly dark mixed berry flavor. And there's just this hint of the lime at the end. And then suddenly your mouth sort of feels like cold to the texture, and it's like cleansed completely clean. And then on your next mouthful, it tastes like whiskey, and then that whiskey slowly moves through to taste spiced, and then it sort of moves towards a spiced rum, and then slowly like a cola, a real sort of sharp, sort of sweet bubbly soda, and then finally this sharp citrus taste, and then again, it's like somebody's hosing the inside of your face as your palate cleanses.
I've never been on vacation, but I imagine this is what it's like.
It is pretty cool.
Wow.
And for the next hour, you will have advantage on all intelligence checks as you feel your mind expanding with the intrigue of the flavors. Which idiot took pure evil? That couldn't be Brozzig, could it?
It
This
was
one.
Brozzig.
This one.
I want to
This
get a
one.
sip of that too.
Okay. You take a single mouthful, and suddenly, I can't even remember what the cocktail tasted like, although you think it might have been slightly acidic, because you are watching an entire cartoon show play out before your eyes, as you just hallucinate. After 5 minutes, Brozzig sort of looks around, and anybody who noticed him, he was like this. The whole 5 minutes, didn't blink. And then went onwards. You will have disadvantage on all perception checks in the next hour, but you will have an advantage on all con saves. And
Nice.
plus 20 max HP.
Wow. Very
I think
evil.
as Brozzig comes to, Oleg would have been just like talking really loudly in his face. It's good, right? That is good, right?
Brozzig lets out a primal scream after 5 minutes of complete silence. He just yells. He's
What
like,
the hell
yes!
happened?
Oh,
Hey, chill out, man.
oh God, guys. Where's that float? Oh no, I want to get another one. No, it's not here. Oh.
It's nowhere
What happened?
near.
I just got this.
But as you let out this
Oh my
primal
God.
scream,
I think I time traveled.
2 body wrestling ogres covered in slick mud will also let out primal scream back at you. They stop their wrestling. Dad, you
Wow.
then they carry on with their wrestling.
I
Yes.
love it.
After a short while, got 4 more down. Somebody starts throwing candy bars at you. Just
Ooh.
throwing candy bars at you. It's just a tiny little halfling just pinging candy bars in the air, one after another,
Oh,
after
no.
another, at everybody.
Get some dinner.
There you go. Vulgo,
What's the
float
name
for
on
you.
So disrespectful. However, I will get my giant butterfly net out.
I'll try to catch some
Yep.
too.
Yeah, you were able to catch a fair few sort of 7 or 8 chocolate bars. They all seem really interesting and tasty. And then just as you were going to catch the next one, all of your eyes stop and rest on the next float.
Uh-oh.
At first, you're not exactly sure what you're looking at. There's this kind of strange, dark grey smoke emanating from this float. And you see bright lights spiraling in and out of the smoke. And then 6 lizard folk, completely naked, female, and dancing. And as they sort of gyrate on the spot in the light, you see 6 lizard folk men before them, prostrate on their knees, mixing chocolate? I think, stirring it in a bowl. And then, every now and again, they spray some whipped cream on it, so that you've got this sort of little glass of chocolate with whipped cream in it, and they hand it to a random person passing by. There seems to be no connection between the gyrating female dancers and the chocolate-making men. There is no brand in sight, and no concept of why. Anybody want a cup of chocolate and cream?
These chocolate-making men. Oh, what color are their skin and their hair?
They're dark green. They've got no hair. They're lizard folk.
Wow.
So they have sort of like crests. They're all dark green.
So they're not Umpa-Lumpas.
No, not as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Would anybody like a cup of chocolate and cream?
Yeah. Why not?
Because there's no booze in it. Brozzig is out.
Well, you could spike it probably.
Oh, that is true. Okay, I'm back in.
Oleg's down to party.
I'm back in.
Vulgo, would you like a cup of chocolate and cream?
After currently drinking soda, no, that sounds disgusting.
Vulgo, you will witness as these 3 drink a cup of chocolate and go to sleep.
Oh.
Finally, can I get a casket of that, please?
For the next 4 minutes, you will enter a dream state. Where you will see these strange gyrating females. So this time they're now wearing clothes. They appear to be wearing maids' clothes, bakers' clothes, chefs' clothes. You're not quite sure, but they're wearing aprons, that's for sure. And they're stirring chocolate and cream together. And it just says up the top and behind it in big letters, chocolate and cream, the perfect match for every desire. And this is called Choco Whip. And the advertising is in those who drink it will dream the advert for 4 minutes straight. Isn't that lovely?
Advertising's getting out of control.
Mm-hmm. As the chocolate whip finally wears off, you'll see the flying fish float, which will immediately sort of take your attention, as you will see that they are literally flying fish. The whole float is just fish moving around as if in an aquarium, but with no water. They're just in the air, floating around very strangely. You have no idea what they're advertising. And then just behind them on the next float, there's win 1,000 credits. Shoot 5 targets.
Let's do it. I'm charging in.
Okay. So it's 1,000 credits to win. It's 50 credits to enter.
Oh, wow.
I believe in you. I believe in you, Del. You got this.
Thank you. Let's do
I'll
this.
join Del in attempting this.
Let's do it.
Anybody else want to go? You have enough credits for anyone else to have a go? You have quite a lot of credits, don't you, at the moment?
We have, 16k approximately.
Okay, so you can afford 200, up to 400 if you want to have a go.
Oleg will watch.
I got this.
I got this. Aisha's going to be pep talking Paisley.
Oh my goodness, it's a lot of pressure now.
Yeah. So whatever you get, Paisley, you may add a 1 to the roll.
Yes.
That's the base
It's
die.
a good pep talk.
Okay.
What do I do? Just roll into
you
hit?
nat 20 on a 19 and 20 because of that, right? Because it's +1 to the actual base die roll. You
very cool.
may all roll me 6 sleight of hand checks.
Okay.
Can I guidance
wow.
them?
You can't guidance an attack roll, can you, Josh? No, you cannot guidance them, I'm afraid.
Okay.
It's technically an attack roll, I'm just using sleight of hand as the modifier.
Brozzig's doing amazing.
Look at Brozzig.
Okay, Brozzig with a target hit. You hit the target but not the middle. Then you shot the wall.
Oh, I have -1 for these.
I need 2 more. I know.
Okay.
And then you shot the guy's foot, and then you hit the target again. And with a 3 out of 6, I'm afraid that is a fail.
Brozzig celebrates like he just won.
You're doing
Yes!
pretty amazing.
I'm the
Shift sort of
best.
looks at you and whoa! Go Brozzig!
Yeah,
Did you
that's
hit
right.
6.
That's right.
Did you hit any?
I think I hit 6. I was seeing double at the time. I'm pretty sure I hit 6 targets.
Great!
But there were 12 total, so I don't know. Probably not good.
Del, how did we do?
Okay. It was 6 rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I have one more. Oh, that one.
Sorry, I'll go with Vulgo because I've got Vulgo's rolls. Vulgo, your first 2, straight in the middle of the target. Your third one, just clips the edge of the target and goes to the side. Your 4th, 5th, and 6th will strike with 1 bullseye on the 5th. You will get your money back. 5 out of 6 is money back, so you get your 100 credits back.
Gross. Do I not
Right.
at least get like a giant teddy Pokemon or something?
I need to know what that nat 1 is as an actual score because it is not a nat 1, it's a 2 on the dice.
Oh, okay, you're right. Then it's a 2. It was a 1 on the dice, so a 2.
Oh, you don't have
So,
any modified to yours?
Oh, excuse me, I didn't add anything to it. That just makes it a 6.
Again, you shoot 5 out of 6. You get your money
Oh.
back. No
Well-
credit prize. So it cost you guys 100 credits to have a go, and you nearly
This is
succeeded.
rigged.
It's alright.
Um,
It's alright. I had a few already.
We did
to
great
drink.
team. We
Only
did
you
great
could've
team.
been.
Rosie,
If only
you
had
did
Dylan
amazing.
Yeah, very good
I
job,
know.
guys.
Yeah, you
I
guys.
know.
hit
Why didn't we tell him he's free to come out?
I hit 6. Awesome.
Collectively, we hit more than 6, and that's what matters.
Exactly right. Shortly after this, you see a huge float. It goes sort of 3 floats high, and you see a massive screen on the front. And I am going to ask you to tell me what you see.
Whoa.
As each one is going to ask you for a charisma save first.
Oh, God.
You stare at it, you feel this sort of magic reach out and seize you.
7 for Brozzig.
Nat
Oh,
20 from me for a 25.
Nice.
Dirty one.
15 for Delgado.
Okay. Vulgo, as you stare at this screen, it sort of grabs at you and wants to pull you in. And instead, you will see the screen change. And the other 3, you will feel like you stepped into it briefly. You will be aware that it is magic. You'll be aware that you stepped in. But you're about to experience 1 minute of fantasy life.
Yay!
So tell
You
me,
fools.
starting with Brozzig, what does 1 minute of fantasy life for Brozzig look like?
Wow.
I think Brozzig just sees himself with his mom, like
Aw.
eating like Sunday dinner. I think that's what they're doing. It's just like a quiet conversation for like a
Oh,
minute,
that's so perfect.
and that's all they're doing.
And the food is sensational. The drink is beautiful. It all tastes exactly like you were there. Feels like you're there. Like 1 minute. There's your mum just comforting you, talking you up, telling you about her day, and praising you about yours. Just that 1 minute, it feels wonderful. And coming out of that minute feels like being doused in the face with cold water. It just feels
Aw.
shit.
Brozzig
Paisley-
feels sober completely
Paisley.
after that.
What is 1 minute of fantasy life looking like?
Paisley is probably living in, she's in like a very luxurious room. Probably maybe being tended to by like some kind of maid or something. Getting like cucumber slices put on her eyes and stuff.
Oh,
Just having a
That's
spa
day.
experience.
Oh, I thought you might step into a video game, but that's really cool. I love that.
Well, she definitely has a full gaming setup, but there's not enough time in the Fantasy Life sim to explore the rest of her mansion.
It will feel like there is an eternity.
Oh,
And
wow.
It'll feel real. And you're there, cucumber on your eyes, laid back. There's this sort of gentle spa music that sounds nothing like this playing in the background. You can sort of massage on your shoulders, a pedicure going on, and then suddenly, BAM! There's that techno music blasting out at you.
Ah.
It's the streets are smelly. It's stifling. It's too warm. It's too loud. There's different musics clashing with each other. It's horrible. It's
that
like just
sucks.
coming back down to earth. Vulgo, what does 1 minute of fantasy life look like? As you will see it on the screen, as if from a first-person perspective. So it's what you would experience if you were in it.
Mm-hmm.
What does 1 minute of fantasy life look like for Vulgo?
I think he's experiencing, like, he's in secondary school, and there's this really beautiful, pale white girl sat at, like, across a couple of desks. She's called Edwina.
Wow.
No relation to Edward. and she's just staring at me, and I feel like both prey, but also I kind of like it. It's that scene from the book.
You step into your book momentarily, but to you there is no hard come down from this. You just see what it could be like to be in that, and you think, yeah, that's nice. Oleg, what does 1 minute of fantasy life look like?
I think after scoring one,
an unnatural one.
not Oleg would probably just be having like a mundane workday at Focus Next, just like any old other day in his mundane life.
That's his fantasy that he would build for a perfect day.
I think so.
Like tinkering in his little lab, doing his
like
stuff.
like you know, like servicing
Doing his
a
job.
forklift, driving around a little pump truck around, waving at like colleagues.
It's like a perfect work day. It's just everything you fixes quick. Everything you go to move is interesting. Everything you're working on is not monotonous. It's something new. The books are interesting. The background noise isn't too interfering. The people are pleasant to you.
Probably thinking that everything that's
you've had
happened
a
thus
nice
far
meal.
is just like a dream of sorts
Yeah, and then
for his.
it's just like coming back to ground, and everything's complicated, and annoying, and you remember that you're hunted, wanted, and that everything's difficult. And nothing is simple anymore. Nothing ever works the way you expect it to. And then each of the three of you, and Vulgo, you'll see it on the screen, say, fantasy life. Your dreams are just a moment away.
I think Brozzig gets really mad at this and takes his drink that he was drinking and throws it at the screen. Fuck
as you
shit.
throw it, you hear, sort of 7,000 credits for a full day, 1,500 credits for an hour. 70,000 credits for a full day, 15,000 credits for an hour. Yes, I gotta get the prices right. And as you throw your drink, it sort of hits this sort of bubble surrounding the screen. And then just to really annoy you, it gets featherful down up the right way, just glides down to the ground. Your tankard is just sat perfectly on the floor in front of you.
I told you this simulation was evil.
How much money do we have again?
Just as fantasy life card passes, you'll see a little man on the back waving to you. Oh, you'll only remember. You've seen him so many times now.
Jerome.
Jerome is just gonna Jerome, as he was once known. He's gonna give you a wave. He's like, hey, and he throws you something. It looks suspiciously like a condom packet.
I thought it might be more coupons. Check it out.
But when it arrives, it says Fantasy Life 10-minute experience. And it's Fantasy Life sherbet. He's thrown you a pile of 10. So it's like a sherbet that you drink, and it has the same effect as that screen just did. You spend 10 minutes in Fantasy Life for each one of the 10.
Oh no.
Oh.
Addictive.
Give them all the Paisley.
Did you say I'll use all of these?
I said I give all of them. I'll give them all to Paisley.
Oh, you don't want to split them? No one wants to share?
I'll take one.
I don't want this. I don't want this shit. This is not the real life.
Volgo, what? Dude, it's just a little fun at games, right?
Coming out of it feels very different. It will be.
Yeah, it sucked.
You went from bliss to life very quickly.
That was just 1 minute, though.
After that, the rest of the quotes kind of seem a bit muted in excitement, as even Vulgo, who only saw it on a screen, is caught up in a moment of just thinking about what it could have been like for life to be that easy. You'll see 6 dancing harangons, who can also dance on the ceiling with spider climb. You see a variety of different singers, including Layla, who's very popular right now. She recently won Star Sing.
How cute.
And she is kind of everywhere at the moment. Not what I was looking for, thank you very much. and she's sort of there singing out her version of like, it's a bit like Disney music, really. It's much more pop-like than the rest of the music you guys have heard, but it's sort of set to a beat a bit like this, but she sounds a bit Disney-esque, a bit sort of electronificated, as she sings out, but she is known for sort of singing really pointless music. Nothing is very interesting about the lyrics. It's just very much pre-generated pop music, and it is absolutely everywhere.
Yep.
She's no nodding lizards, that's for sure.
There's also Marissa, who you would have seen before. She is in a lot of trouble recently, but she is still there as she sings about like the injustice of the government, and the injustice
she's
of the way
so
the
gonna
world
be
is, and
murdered.
imperialism.
I feel like they're playing this in Collusion headquarters all the time. I feel like it's popular.
There is a lot of that. She's sort of replaced 70s punk, if you will. She's taken that role where it's sort of rebel music, but it's so popular that it's difficult to shut down. You see a few others. You see a knife thrower who's incredibly good. You see a few more gaming floats. And as you guys enjoy your coffee and your pastry, Aisha sort of nudges you all. And I should really get going.
All right.
We
Nothing much
don't want
left
to
see
be
you.
want to be fashionably late for a Collusion party, yes?
Oh, we will be. We've got 11 districts to pass through.
Is
Okay.
there a post office near here?
Post offices don't exist. What are you trying to do?
How does post work?
Dozens. What are you trying to do?
Emails, it's all email.
Tell me what you're trying to do, and I will tell
So
you.
I want to basically mail this sherbet packet to Lex with a note that says maybe this will help you find what you want to do in life.
Right, but the only address you have for Lex, the only place of existence
Is
is the Collusion base. She's gone to
Well,
us, like,
but we know that
you wanna
she's
send
yeah, exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
So there are little counters just outside what sort of credit checkers, places where you can talk about investments and stuff. There are little like banks, but you can't withdraw anything. But there are little counters outside that are sort of like some middle-sized tables, and they've got this sort of swirling thing on, and you program in the person and the place that you want them to go, and you put it in, it just teleports there instantly.
Cool.
It's 20 credits.
Cool. I'll take down my my own pocket money.
Okay. And you guys can head to the Collusion base. As you head back there, Shift is a little drunk and a little overly happy and is singing at the top of his lungs various Zen Ball chants. Got Marissa songs. Aisha looks quiet, sober, frustrated, upset maybe, a little angry.
What's wrong,
Put out.
Aisha?
Got
Not
caught by
feeling
that
the
fantasy
festivities? Oh, that thing. Want one of these? Look at one of the packets.
No,
Oh, don't like it.
no. Coming out of it is too raw.
Hmm.
She sort of
Yeah,
gives
it
you a
was
little
definitely
you know?
jarring.
Um,
Oh, I
Obviously,
see.
she lost her mum a couple of years ago today, a couple of days back. So
You know,
she spent time with her mum.
They don't let you, like, choose what kind of fantasy you go into.
They
That seems-
do, but it's not your conscious that chooses it. It's your subconscious. So
Ugh,
you can, if
well.
you own a fantasy life module, or if you want to, if you go to the shop and you sort of describe your fantasy, they can build it out for you. But for the most part, they let your subconscious drive the whole time.
Damn.
It's going to be really quite powerful.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks.
I'll
I'll be
just give
alright.
her a
I
little,
just
little pat.
caught me by surprise, you know?
Yeah, they definitely shouldn't be throwing that, onto unsuspecting people. That's crazy.
Taking over, you know? I reckon a few hundred years, every single person will be living inside it. There'll be nobody in the real world.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, someone has to run the machines, right?
Machines can run the machines.
Oh, guess that's true.
The powerful and rich will run the machines while everyone's zombied out in this make-believe world.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can see that. Dylan would love that.
His mom does. That sounded really...
It sounded like your mum does, but you meant it quite literally and accurately.
I know, but it sounded the second I said it, I was like, oh, that sounds very mean.
But yeah, you can definitely head back. I don't think anything's going to keep you delayed or anything on the monorail journey. So it'll be a nice simple journey back to the Collusion base. And already as you get to the entrance of the Collusion base, you can hear the music coming from
Oh no.
Hell yes.
And as we go to the Collusion base, let's go to the recreation zone.
All right.
Oh no.
They're getting down.
As you enter on in, Aisha will sort of mutter, masks on. And I'd like you all to remind me, please, what your masks are.
A beautiful butterfly. Made of, like, beautiful crystal gems.
I look like Krakchet, our new pal from
That's
I Buy
right.
Things.
Complete with dripping poison.
Yep.
Logo?
I look like sorry,
Who?
Mine is a faint imitation of my patron.
Oh, yeah, the case's face.
The genie. And, Oleg?
Oleg looks like the cloaker that we met.
CJ.
Yeah,
Yes,
CJ.
CJ, obviously.
Cloaker Jr.
And as you move in, you will see that sort of stood at the very front of the Collusion base, sort of at the desk, is Future.
All right.
And he is not wearing a mask. He's the only one not wearing a mask.
I was going to say, how do we know it's him?
Well, you know,
got
the
the big
masks tend to
raven.
only cover the face as well. But he's down at the gate and he's sort of, I'm on duty today. Right.
Lucky.
Good.
Don't want to party?
It's always me on mask night.
Wow.
He's blind. He looks at your auras, so he knows who you are. You can all wear masks, and he can still guard.
Would your Raven like a drink then? Is he on duty?
Does the Raven party?
I'm sure he would. But we're on duty. Thank you very much.
Oh, both of you. Okay, no, I
Have
see.
a great night.
Right.
You were down in Perdition, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
See anyone that looked like this? He's gonna show you a oh, hold on, I might have to move this. Yeah, let's move this so it's a little less conspicuous. I'll change it to Mystery Woman from his vision. So he will show you an image of her, a perfect image. So, do you see anybody who looks like this?
Well,
Oh.
You did not.
no.
Your
I'll say we
girlfriend?
did, Future.
I keep having visions of her. I don't know who she is. She's down
What
in
are-
Perdition when I see her.
Well,
What
what's she
happens
doing
in
with
these
this vision?
visions?
Different things. She walks on water.
Oh.
She closes down clubs. You can see her putting closed signs on and covering their windows with boards. She evicts people from their homes, from their places of power.
She's
No,
a health inspector?
You get the impression that she's sort of like turning evil people out on the street is what you mean. She's some sort of force of good, but I don't know if she's real. Or if she means something. Or if she's a metaphor, you know? I don't know, but anyway, don't let me keep you from Rapture. I just wanted to know if you'd seen her. You do.
No,
let
we
me
saw
know,
like
yeah.
the exact opposite evil version of this.
Yeah,
down
we
there.
did see a scary woman.
We'll tell you later. Okay.
Hey, okay. Hey, if you're going down a petition again, I'll come with you. There's somebody I want to see sometime.
Alright.
He will fill you in the details. He's heard of somebody in position called Crone. He believes that he might be able to help him with his visions. And he thinks he might have some kind of connection with his crow. He knows crone to be some kind of bird creature.
Crown the crow.
But anyway, you have a great night. Like your
Thanks.
masks.
Thank you.
I leave a little shot glass full of beer on the desk next to him and wink at the raven, hoping that you can see it.
The raven cocks its head at you. Looks the shark looks back. Gives you a very slow wink back.
Wow.
When you enter in, you will see somebody with a very plain green mask with huge, multifaceted gem-like eyes on it, like the eyes of a bug, that reflect everything all over the place. Bear with me a second. I need to put this on shuffle now so that it actually keeps going. Have we got music? Then you will see somebody who looks quite tall coming across, with a face of like a cat, but it's moving with their face. It's almost like it's made of fur. And a little tongue pops out, a little cat's tongue pops out. You see the whiskers sort of bristle, the eyes gently blink, and very slowly this cat sort of looks at you one side, looks at you the other side, and then leans over and sort of speak quietly to you. And you will know that this is Bex. She asks you how you're getting on. And specifically, she seems to be asking about your eye.
Oh yeah, no, it does not work. I tried to see through lead with it, and it did not work. I see through wood.
Yeah, it wouldn't do that. That's kind of how it is.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part. Oh,
lead blocks magic. Your eye's magic. That's kind of how it goes.
Oh, I don't know anything about magic.
Wow.
That is a thought. If you do at any point do the X-ray vision, you will be able to see who is behind the mask.
Oh.
I already used it today.
I know, but in general, because there will be more mask balls, like that would be a thing.
Yep.
Yeah. After a little while, you'll see somebody else there who has the face of this sort of huge, nasty-looking demon with grand horns and a sort of contorted face. And it's sort of the face laughs at you, and the voice is obviously not real as it sort of comes out. Show me your obeisance.
Oh.
I'm in charge tonight. Kneel, fold!
Oh,
And then you just say, you don't have to. In Grell's voice, out the side of the mask.
Did you say show me your basin?
that's what I heard.
Oh,
He totally carries sinks around.
obeisance, so... I don't quite know how you say
Okay.
this. Obeisance, right?
Do you mean obedience?
No, obeisance. Like, like
Obeisance.
deferential respect.
Brozzig has no
pronounced
idea what
it.
that word means. Brozzig
I
has no
thought
idea.
you said, did you say basins? We don't have any.
I don't know. I got it really cheap and tradition, and it doesn't shut up. It just sort of get in line, idiots. I'll take you down if you don't.
Yes.
There's no point
Yes,
bowing
sir.
to it. It's just gonna keep shouting. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I thought that might help.
Yeah, no. I'm really regretting my decision. She sort of laughs.
It
was
looks
kind
cool,
of funny
though.
seeing Dylan's face. He dropped his mask. He was so surprised.
Oh, where is Dylan? We need to. What is
He's
mask
the
is he
tree.
wearing? We need to talk to him.
A tree.
He's a tree.
I guess he
A
misses
tree.
them.
Oh,
Let's go see
beautiful.
him.
Everybody's just telling us who they are. I don't think the masks are working.
No,
but,
it's not
I
really,
like
it's-
I like the vibe. I like no.
Yeah, it's
I,
really
I
just a party
understand.
on down.
Yes. No, I understand. Brozzig does not.
One second, Josh. I will come to you in a moment. But you will look over as you come down to the recreation area at the bar, and this the automaton bartender is wearing a mask.
Oh, how cute.
He is very proud of himself as he is wearing a mask of a robot that was 3 times his predecessor. He was
Wow.
version 2 instead of version 7. Version 2 instead of version 5, sorry. It's quite difficult to
Paisley.
tell the difference. It's a little different in color, and his eyes are slightly different, but he will be very excited to tell you this. It's the first time you've ever heard him say anything or sound excited about anything. He will keep telling you, I'm wearing a mask of version too. It's ironic, right? And then he just...
A little ghoulish.
Right.
Isn't that like your dead ancestor?
I guess, but I'm the better version. But I'm based on him.
That's true.
And then he will start in depth telling you about every feature that's different between his predecessor and him. Eventually, you'll be able to get some drinks out of him. And you will be very excited to know that tonight, every drink is a mystery.
Oh, good.
So they're serving them in these black glasses that when you look at the top, it's complete. It looks like it's just full of water all the time.
Interesting.
Drinks are free.
I will get a free drink.
I'm gonna take a beverage.
Okay. Anybody who's taking a drink, roll me a D100, please, and then I will come to you afterwards, Vulgo.
Boy.
They do serve non-alcoholic drinks too. You can choose. You can opt to only get a non-alcoholic option if you do not drink.
I don't trust anything. This
That
started.
Everything I've drank has knocked me into like a dream state tonight. So
Well, that's all right, Brozzig. With a 24, you got a coffee.
That's what you need.
But that's about the only thing good about it. Just that I coffee.
He dumps it out.
Okay, you can get another one. Roll me another D100. Oleg, with a 42, you've got a vodka and lychee mix.
Oh no.
Another coffee, baby.
Great. No, it's not. There are 100 drinks.
Good.
With a 25, you have a stout cider.
Now we're talking.
Much better.
Yes, apple cider. Del, you got
59.
59. You're not quite sure what you got, but it's fucking spicy. It is really spicy and definitely has some alcohol in it somewhere.
Another fireball.
Burns the back of your throat. Oh, you did have a fireball earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, a lot of fire drinks.
I put brackets chili question mark. No, cool. That's what you like. It's like some chili infused alcoholic
Got
beverage.
chili flakes in it.
Vulgo, you were about to say something.
Yeah, could I try and leave this party?
Where do you want to go?
Maybe try and sneak off to the training room or the dorms or something.
Oh, yeah, you just want to be a loser. Like, you don't want to go anywhere specific.
If we notice it, if Brozzig notices him leaving, he is going to try to pull him back. So let me do a check if he tries to leave. Brozzig wants to party with Vulgo.
Yeah, I mean, you can try. I will say that if you do go to your room, then throughout the evening, people will come and try and get you to come out.
I'm not saying I don't want to, like, I'm not saying that I'm against that or that I don't want to roleplay or anything like that, but
No.
I just think a party scene is not, like, Vulgo's thing.
Sure, I get that. I think that there are sort of different things going on, different experiences, so maybe have a little wander around and see if you can find yours before giving up on the party. Because there are some other
music
vibes.
is so loud.
In some of the places, but not in all of them.
And there's so many people.
Well, you
And
might enjoy the
everyone's wearing
space
masks. You don't know who's an assassin and who isn't.
That is true. But you might enjoy the space zone. One of the recreation rooms has been turned into literally a night sky galaxy. And there's this sort of eerie, sort of spacious music going on when you go in it, which doesn't sound anything like this. But does sound like this. And as you sort of enter into the room, there is one person lying on the floor. And their mask is like this beautiful gold pharaoh face. Sort of huge, perfect gold pharaoh face. And they're lying on their back. They have a glass of wine sort of slightly tilted to the side. And they're just staring up at the sky. It's quite peaceful in there.
Yeah, except this person could so easily be murdered. I'm slowly walking out.
Okay. And you can head on to a few other rooms. There are there's some rather excited dancing going on in one room. Sort of very nightclubby vibe. There is a room where there's a sort of more old, traditionally sort of almost jazz music playing. And the whole room has been kitted out like a sort of steampunk environment of hundreds of years ago. You will also find the red room, and it is exactly what you might expect.
No.
Here it's sort of like there's a thick red plush carpet. There's sort of a couple of chaiselongs, a large bed with sort of black velvet throws all the way across it. And sable.
If I see a swing.
There are two.
No.
There are some handcuffs hanging from the ceiling that don't quite reach low enough down for you to reach the ground. And then each of these areas is shrouded in curtain.
Is anyone in the red room?
Not that you can see. There are no curtains pulled right now.
Goodness.
Start the party, Vulgo.
No. I think I'm gonna what? Oh yeah, I'll be right there. I'll be right back, guys.
And
I'm just gonna go for a beeline to the exit.
Yeah, you see him go to the exit, and you might follow. As you will see him enter what looks to be a large canteen. So this is the standard canteen, but on different sides there are different things. So you can get food from all over the world, different food types. There's junk food, there's cakes, there's crisps, there's drinks. The music's quite quiet. This seems like a place to talk or relax, and the canteen's been really formatted so that instead there's sofas with little low slung tables in between. There's just sort of peaceful music going on in the background, and in the very middle, you see a tree. And first it's standing stock still, and then as Vulgo enters, the tree is going to throw something directly at you.
Of all the times to not multi-class into a monk.
The assassin.
I know, literally.
That's a 24 to hit you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it feels like something's hit you in the center of your forehead, and then it sort of cracks and rolls down your face. And it feels cold,
Ew.
odd, and even though you're wearing a mask, you sort of logically can put two and two together that it can't actually be rolling down your face because you wouldn't feel it. And then you feel a slight, like, almost jolt of electricity.
Assassin! Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, you sort of go to Eldritch Blast, and the tree sort of just sways slowly to the side. As I'm not going to ask for a roll. Dylan is going to sort of hop over to you in his tree outfit because he is a full tree. He's not just wearing a mask. He's actually a tree.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, "Don't worry, it's me. It's just an illusion." It's good, right?
Why would you throw something? Why would you be hiding as an inanimate object and then try and throw something at an unexpected passerby? I thought you was an assassin. I could have killed you.
No, you couldn't. But you could have tried. It was just a joke.
A joke? Assassins are jokes to you.
No, but we're in the collusion base. No assassins are coming here, otherwise I would have died years ago.
Oh, that's what you think. There could be assassins all over the place. You don't know who's behind these masks.
Future does.
Does he?
True.
He's blind.
That's the point.
Sure.
Anyway, did you have a good time out? Did you go to Perdition? Did you talk to Luvon? The three of you are coming up behind you. Can join in this conversation if you wish.
Yes, we did speak to Luvon. He agrees that the safest place is to stay inside.
Dylan, cool tree costume. I bet you miss seeing trees in real life, huh? Well, I've got good news for you.
Yeah. He sort of points to the trees.
Oh. Well, it's not the same.
I mean, I'm not being funny.
They're
There's
fake.
literally one there.
It's not the same.
No, you're right. I miss the sunshine. Like a tree.
Well, guess what?
Yeah?
You're free.
How free?
Just don't go in Perdition ever again. That's fine,
I can
right?
go the whole of Petra? I thought I was
Wow,
such a Dogtown. Wow!
If you wanted to, you know.
Yeah.
You're the best! And he sort of hops over to you, Paisley, and is going to try and hug you. But because his costume comes from
As a
far out,
tree?
he can't get his
Yeah.
hands more than like this. So you just see his hands and like tilt around. His costume was such a bad idea. Yeah.
It's okay. I was a wiener earlier. I can relate.
You're a wiener! That's something sort of laughing. I only have 4 costumes, so I've used them all since I've been here, so I borrowed this from Baxter. And honestly, it's the worst costume I've ever seen, except the one he's wearing this year.
What is Baxter?
He's invisible. That's the worst costume ever.
I can
wish
see
I was
invisible
invisible.
creatures with my robe.
So can
Bye-bye.
everyone in the Collusion.
Well,
It's
Paisley's
same costume.
Well,
anyone ever
I'm impressed because I'm not used to seeing invisibility. Okay.
worn. Right. But basically, almost every Collusion member has a see invisibility implant. So Baxter has literally come as himself.
So he's like the guy at the office
He's
that
just
just
some
changes his
guy.
name tag to like a different name, and like that's it. That's his whole.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
That's
you,
his
like, what are you
costume.
doing? It's
Yeah.
very low effort.
Mhm.
Where is he? Can I see him? So he's just
Not
wearing
in
regular
here.
clothes.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but he is just wearing regular Collusion clothes,
Like-
regular hair, everything else, and he thinks he's invisible, but everyone can see him. Apart from Vulgo, Oleg, and Brozzig. No.
I could if I
I think
wanted.
Oleg
Brozzig
and
can.
If I wanted to, for a minute. Hey,
Mhm.
Dylan, Luvan told us what you stole from him. Did you?
Yeah, it wasn't my best idea, but I thought she deserved to be free. Turns out she didn't want to be free, and she took me back to him.
Oh, that's awkward.
It was really bad. She sold herself to him.
Oh. Huh.
Like, she
Why?
sold herself into slavery?
Apparently she only does it 5 days a week, 9 till 5.
Oh, you mean she had a job?
She basically got herself a job being a slave.
Well, what's the
Well,
difference
that
between
is
that
what-
and a regular job?
Yeah, that
Am I
is what
right?
we did. We did.
Am I right? Fist bumps all around.
Yeah, wait.
I don't know, it seemed wrong to me. I thought she'd won down, but she was furious. She picked me up and carried me back there. Naomi just escaped.
Oh,
I still think she deserves to be free.
well, your intentions were good, but you know,
People-
you can't always force your will on others.
Yeah.
Oh,
People
that's
have to be
true.
free to make their own bad decisions, and I point to Vulgo. Like
Yeah.
not hanging out at party with good friends.
I get it.
Sure. Or, you know, massacring your face to try and look cool.
Massacring.
This
Oh,
is-
right,
this is-
the eye.
This is
Get the eye.
This is a fake mask. It is not real. I did not look like
Your
the guy.
eye. Okay. Brozzig, you're drunk, please.
The drunk? I'm getting there. I got 3 jelly bean juices first, though. It was really shit.
What's that?
What are the chances? They said there's 100 different drinks. I got the same one 3 times.
Try some of this spicy chili drink.
Okay. He leans over.
Let him have a sip. Okay.
That's
well, I
back an
guess that's
empty
fine.
cup. And...
Oh
Oh,
boy.
that's strong.
It's immediately sloshed.
Oh. Oh.
So
Maybe you
Dylan,
could
where?
see Newton. Volgo, if you don't want to party, he's being a loser too.
Roasted.
He's in the gaming room playing some stupid game where you catch little animal friends.
Aw.
Right. Out of us two, and I look him up and down in his stupid tree costume, I'm the loser. You guys are the
Alright.
worst. I like storm off.
At least he's with someone else.
Hey, Vulgo, where you go?
I'm gonna go find people who don't call me losers.
You're gonna find Newton in the gaming room playing a version of a game where you collect 6 little animal creatures.
I love that game.
As he's leaving,
What generation is it?
7.
I'll say under my breath. I think
He's 6.
Generation 7. That's Sun and Moon. Oh, I can't be, but I don't want
76.
to have my. Wait, what?
Gen
76.
76.
Oh no, by that time all the good ideas have gone.
No, they just went back to the beginning.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, so then which generation is
It's effectively Gen 2, but with
how
more
many
3D
remakes
cool
make
things.
the remakes?
Yes, exactly.
Gen 2. I suppose Gen 2 is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll go to the gaming room.
Yeah, when you go to the gaming room, you find Newton. Well, you'd assume it's Newton because he's in the gaming room on his own. He never gets to play this game because everybody else says it's boring and it's really slow, single player, and everybody else wants to participate. But when you go in, you just see a man with a huge canary for a head.
Oh, cute.
And I don't mean just the head of a canary. His head is a whole canary.
Oh, that's fun.
Just sat on his neck. As if it was like feet on the bottom of the neck. And it's
Before I
and
end,
he looks over and it's like, oh god.
before I enter, I would like to cast Disguise Self for me to look like. I wanna look like Eliana.
Are you taking
Oh,
your mask off?
wow.
Yes.
Okay. You come in looking like Eliana with your mask off, and he said, the bird calls at you, and then he looks over and, oh, hey, Kogon. Kogon.
Oh, is someone else dressed as her?
Oh. No, Kogon's mask changes to loads of different people.
Oh no, I didn't say that. Sorry.
Oh. Yes. So I was about to tell these guys about how somebody walks into the room and looks like them. And will slowly look like you, Paisley, and then like you, Brozzig, and then like you, Oleg. And will then look like Lex, and will then look like Mike, will then look like Eliana, etc. As it's just constantly changing, and he changes size and shape with it. That's Kogon's outfit. But you know, sort of, is that you, Vulgo? Oh wait, do you change your voice?
Yes.
Instead of oh, it's really you. I thought you were going out today.
I was, but the streets are chaos, and I needed somewhere quiet to be. Could you give me some time? Could you pause that game? Save it, perhaps?
Yeah. Oh, everybody doesn't let me play so any other day, and on festival days, it's my day to play the game because nobody else wants to play, and I thought it was going to be me, and I'm really into it, and I've just beat the 4th gym!
Who's in your team? Based on that, I will determine whether or not you shall stay.
I've got Foot the white cat.
What kind of fake Emon?
I've got Zonda, the black dog.
Wow, these are great.
I've got Yappy, the yellow mouse. I've got I've got Wanpoo, which is a purple little creature that's psychic.
Okay, you've got 4 Pokemon, none of them are shiny, and you don't have a ghost type.
I had a
I'm gonna
ghost, but it was too high level. I couldn't control it.
You traded?
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a single player game.
No, I think it was Kieran's idea of a joke. Gave me a Pokemon I can't control. Mokipan I can't control.
Interesting. Well, nevertheless, if you could just give me a couple of hours.
No, I'll give you 3 minutes.
You are demanding something of me?
Uh-oh. Putting the foot down.
You mean like... Really? But I thought you... Okay. As he's going, he's sort of... The last moment, he's going to turn back and... It's a joke. Give me a deception check. There is something that he is doing.
Guidance.
He does have a 6 spell book now.
That is a 17.
You note that he sends a telepathic message using his implant to her. Like you see him concentrate, and a telepathic message is sent to her via implant.
Great. As he does that, I just say, "Can you not use your mouth?"
Oh. Okay. Alright. And he leaves.
I feel bad, but it was the right thing to do.
Bullying someone weaker than you was the right thing to do. What are you learning?
Yeah, no.
I'm learning off of you people. Are you bullying me? I will remove the disguise self, and I'll just slump on what I'm assuming this room is full of beanbag chairs. And I'm just going to slump there for an hour and 55 minutes.
You slump there for a minute, and a voice from the corner says, "That was really mean, you know."
Uh-oh.
I jump up and disguise self again.
You're not going to catch me like that.
As if.
I turn around. Who's there?
Oh, yeah, it works! Someone can't see me! Fantastic! You know this is back, so you recognize his voice 100%. His mask is making him invisible. He was spying on Newton's shitty gaming. And you saw you kick him out as Eliana and then turn back to yourself. You know, both you and he could do with joining in and being involved. Would really help.
What, with with just anything that happens here.
Nah, like you got to find your space, but find your space with other people, socialize, integrate.
Well, why don't people come in here and play video games?
They were until you kicked them out.
That was one person. You said
You
he
could
needs
have
to
been
get,
two of you
he
playing
needs
with
to
each other.
socialize. That's not what you mean, though.
I just mean be part of something with someone.
I am.
Can't run away from everything.
That's.
But I
I
can.
don't.
When you hear this voice drift out the room.
I mean,
God.
it would have been 3 of them playing technically if Baxter
Yeah,
was just
exactly.
creeping in the
Yeah.
corner.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Can't even stay and
whole
have an
D&D
argument.
party.
I will tell you very quickly that you will eventually come across Kogon wearing a mask that does lots of different things. You see Mike with a full dragon mask. He's not the only dragon. Ivan has a red dragon mask that when he burps breathes fire. What's his name? The turtle, Gorm, also has a dragon mask, which he will tell you very, very slowly is a dragon he slayed once.
Wow.
Which he has told you the story about before. If you remember,
Yeah,
everybody
he
gathered
did.
around, but Gorm was telling the dragon story, and Ivan and Kogon took bets on who would, how many times he'd say the word that and drank. You will see Pell, whose face is mirrored, which is pretty cool. It's sort of like, it's like literally he's wearing a mirror that's all over his face. Which is especially cool given that he's a bird. You see Kronks wearing a mask of little tiny rubies all over, as if somebody's like embedded gems into his skull
Wow.
skin. And you see, is that everyone? No, Alia is wearing a... Alia's wearing a mask that's like running water. It's her face, and it's like water. It's moving all the time. And Aisha's brother Aegelon is wearing a mask that he thinks is really cool. It looks like a Warforged robot head. And there's one eye that's like got a little red laser beam coming out of it. But actually, it's fucking half blinding when he looks at you. So I don't know. Take that what you will. And then finally there is. Is that everyone? Did I give Goron?
I don't think so.
Goron, no.
Okay, so Goron is wearing a. Oh, there we go. Goron's mask is sort of plain silver, and he has like these gaping black pits for eyes that are really creepy as you stare at them. Kaylee is wearing a really traditional sort of like gold around the eyes with black sort of frilling going on. And Kieran is wearing a mask which is like basically as if he's headless. He's walking around with just his neck like that. And finally there is Nicholas, and Nicholas is wearing the face of like some sort of contorted jellyfish creature that's got tentacles coming out of the side of his head. Knowing all of that, I will ask you, is there anything that you guys would be doing?
I think at this point, Brozzig is pretty drunk. He wants to try to, before Ivan sees him, he knows Ivan's wearing the red dragon mask.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to try to sneak up on him and like put him in a headlock. Like sneak up behind him and put him in a headlock.
Great, give me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Uh-oh.
I already have that anyway, so...
Good,
it's
so
fine.
I'd like to hear.
Why didn't it roll? A 0.
Unbelievably, he rolled a unnatural 1 and saw you.
Despite all odds, these
Brozzig
two
is giggling
brothers.
the entire time. He's giggling the entire time
He
as he's
just sort of
sneaking up behind
has
him.
to sneak up. He sort of he looks back and he's like, hey, and then he like falls into your arms. Yeah.
The grapple turns into a hug.
Absolutely rat-dust. And he will just try this. He just shoves his cup into your hand.
I try it immediately.
It is like an alcoholic drink of some sort with D Fritz, and it's just like bubbly blueberry just bursting in your mouth with strong alcohol.
Oh, I did not expect you to be drinking fruity beverage, but these are excellent.
Good, right?
Very strong, yes.
Yeah. He sort of nods at you and so happy Rapture.
Yeah, man, we've run into some shit today, but we are enjoying tonight.
That's not good.
One day, one night, we can maybe forget about worries for a moment and forget about the responsibilities.
That's the idea. To pirates.
Who are the pirates?
I don't know. All of them.
Great, the pirates.
All
Yes.
Pirates. When he toasts you, and then sort of moments later, he will toast to the queen. He doesn't know which queen.
All the queens.
And then to rabbits, and to sugar, to tango, and to Ulysses the seventh. And then after you finally get to victory, and he will tell you this is his 13th time through the alcohol tonight, and then he'll through the alphabet 13th time through the alphabet. I'm running out of toasts to you dengos and to X-rays and the X. Can we do Dr. X? Dr. X.
Yes.
Cheers.
Give me an intelligence check. See if you can tell him that he missed out W.
Brozzig cannot tell
Brozzig cannot. That is
no way.
That is fair.
There's no way.
Oleg, what the hell are you doing for Rapture?
I think that the whole experience with the fantasy life sort of depressed him a little bit. And I think that he would likely be looking to speak to Goran.
Oh.
To give him a little warning.
So Goran wanted to go into fantasy life for a day to see his wife once more. Goran is wearing the black eye socket pits. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said.
I think so. Yeah, you seek him out, and you find him sitting sort of in the corner of the bar room. He's not getting too involved, but you can see he's having a good time. He's sort of, getting involved a little bit, but not really too.
Well, I'll grab a couple of mystery drinks and walk over and
Okay, roll me 200.
There's one. And there's a two.
Okay. You've got a cucumber smoothie, and an acid spiked mead.
I'll offer him the acid spiked mead.
He'll be very grateful.
And I'll take the cucumber smoothie to cleanse my palate.
Yeah.
Goran.
Why?
You're enjoying yourself. Happy Rapture.
I am. It's been a long day. We had some problems this morning on one of our technologies, all going a bit backwards, and I couldn't access anything. All the doors wouldn't open. It was a nightmare. But it's a good day not to have to do too much work.
Not a breach in system, is there?
No. One of the programmers upstairs just pressed the wrong button.
Probably on the sauce.
I would hope so. It's the right day to be on the sauce. Speaking of which, this is rather something. It's a bit like drinking battery acid and getting drunk at the same time.
Hey, that's something new. Familiar.
Something new. That's right.
To us gearheads,
My age,
yeah?
there aren't all that many different new things. Anyway,
Well,
we didn't come over here just to socialize. What can I do?
I came to talk about new things, in fact. I remember you mentioned that you wish to hook into the fantasy life.
Aye, for a day would be good.
I had taste during parade.
Did you enjoy it? I've had a few 5-minute sessions, but nothing more.
It was only for a moment, but it disturbed me greatly.
Aye, it's hard when you come out, especially if you're not used to it. But I've already lost her once, so I don't have to go through the grief again, I know it's not real, but it feels like it.
My concern, Goran, is that you become lost in this fantasy.
Aye,
You
for a
say
day,
that
that's
you You say you know it's not real, but you
It
never
feels
know.
real. But you know
Ultimately.
that when you come out of it, then it wasn't real. And spend one more day with her, real or not. I'm aware that it's going to be painful, but it will be worth the price. I have used some of those little quick sachets that you can purchase on festivals, and
We got
I
a
think I'll be
handful for
alright.
free if you'd like to ask Vulgo.
no. You enjoy them, you youngsters. Take me a full day to show that to really experience all the things that I used to do with my wife. You know what I mean. He's gonna raise his drink and gives you a wink.
Dirty old man.
You don't get tired in fantasy life, and there's no need to recharge if you get my meaning.
Fantastic.
You're a
Isn't
braver
that,
man than I, Goran.
isn't that what you should be doing today? Looking for some lucky lady or man?
Maybe it was slightly soured by
Then just get fucking
the
drunk.
stark realization that I am a fugitive to a corporation that's disappeared into thin air.
Aye, but don't get too down in all the miseries. Just get drunk and forget about it for a day. You can worry about everything that's shit and the fact that there's nothing going for you when you're gonna get caught and killed, and you probably don't have all that long left tomorrow. But today, experience life to the fullest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes.
Not gonna do that with a cucumber smoothie. And he pours your drink on the table.
Wow.
Hands you back your empty glass and try again, lad.
Thank you,
Spirits
Goran.
up. And thanks for your concern, lad. You can all, however, take 20 experience points.
Yay!
As there is 20 XP for offering him a sachet of the sherbet.
Nice.
Paisley, what the fuck are you up to?
Paisley's getting into the damn spirit. She's turning up.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get cross-faded. Drinking whatever they got down here.
Let's see what
And,
you had to
yeah.
100.
Let's
Paisley,
see.
is Paisley looking for drugs? Is that what she's doing?
Does not
If they
know
have
find
any...
many.
Yeah, I didn't think so. 8. 8.
8! Ooh!
Yep.
Ooh.
Just
I like
8.
this. This is an experience.
Oh,
Um,
good.
So, this particular drink is called Nightshade after the poison. And when you first take a mouthful, it feels like first your tongue, then your whole mouth, and then your chin, and then your neck are going numb.
Uh-oh.
This numbness
the
sort of
assassins.
follows you down.
Follows right.
And then you get this slight tingly feeling. It's very exciting. And then, Paisley, I need you to make a charisma save, please.
Oh, God. Okay. That's a natural 1.
Who are you likely partying with?
Oh, well, that's a good question. I was going to ask who's partying. I'm just dancing with
Aisha
whoever
and
is
Dylan
in the
are
spirit.
probably the two who are most likely to be with you, and Aegalon.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm with
I'll
them.
let you pick one of the 3 to hit on.
Wow, this is great, because I was going to ask. Obviously, I'm hitting on Aisha's hot brother.
Okay, cool. So as you attempt
I didn't need a save for that. That was already in the
As you
plans.
attempt the smooth moves on Aegalon, roll me your persuasion check or performance check, your choice.
Okay, great. They're equally bad.
This Nightshade puts you in the mood.
That's an 11.
Yeah.
Aegalon, hey,
Um,
wanna make out?
he sort of looks at you and I don't know who you are. And yes.
Yes.
And, he sort of reaches down and picks you up and starts to put the moves on you.
Hell yes.
Aisha slightly uncomfortably turns her back, pushes Dylan a little further back in case he
You're
gets
just-
any ideas.
With your new best friend's brother right in front of her, Del. Oh my god.
Listen, she's messy.
Wow.
Drama.
Wow.
She's messy.
And you can all take 50 experience points.
Yay!
Making out with somebody on Rapture.
Don't worry, guys. I'm power gaming here.
This is the guy with a lottery list of Steam achievements. I'll do it all!
Now, all we need is 2 other people to make out with someone, and then we level up.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
so
who's going in the red room then? Let's do it. Let's go. Come on.
I can tell you that nobody knows you well enough to go into the red room with you. Egelon will make out with you, but that is it.
That's plenty.
Yeah. Over the course of the evening, you will find something slightly akin to drugs, which are quite exciting. Alia has been selling them all evening. They are 5 credits a pop, or she is trading for something else, which is if you can get a mystery drink that has the blueberry, it's like a vodka and blueberry spritz thing that Ivan showed you. So I will give you 1 chance each. Roll me a d100 to see if you can get her a number 69.
You can tell us what we're aiming. 60. Okay, I was gonna ask.
Is it? What did you say? Was it 69?
You need a 69. Brozzig gets himself a nightshade.
No. Oh, join me.
I mean, Brozzig already downed it before he even knew what it was.
Oh no!
Great.
Who's Brozzig
And he's hanging out with Ivan.
Ivan will gladly make out with you without even thinking
sparks
about
are
it.
flying.
No questions
Oh, it's
asked.
so awkward.
57, ain't it? A 57 is a deep red wine with cinnamon in it.
How sophisticated.
And a 95 is brandy ice. So it's like a brandy slush puppy.
Never
Oh,
mind.
that sounds
Nice.
good.
Or, do you have slush puppies in the US? Do I need to rename
Yes. No, I know
them?
exactly what you mean.
Okay, cool. Slushy, I think, is the right word, right?
Yeah, I've heard both.
Great. So she will sell you for 5 credits each. These basically bubblegum. And
Cool.
as you chew
What's
it,
it do?
you space out for a few minutes, and you might see like colored swirls. You see people in Technicolor. It's a bit like a
Nice.
sort of mini acid trip.
I think we all go into the space room and do this bubblegum.
Oh, that's great! You find
Hell yeah.
somebody lying on the floor there with a pharaoh
Oh,
mask on.
I'm telling you, he's been killed.
Who's that? Hey, I'll kick him a little bit with my
you
foot.
yeah, he sort of looks over at you and yeah.
Hey, what you doing? Mind if we join you on the floor here?
Oh yeah, join me. We're all
Okay.
one in the collusion, you know.
Right on.
It's my vision. And you will realize
Wait a
it's
minute.
Ford.
Ford.
And he's just absolutely caked. Like he has not had a drink. He has just eaten 10,000 brownies, basically. He's in the space room, just watching the stars, just slowly muttering to himself about the unity of the collusion. He'll give a little speech to anybody that wants to hear it about the greatness of all acting as one with one purpose. For freedom, for togetherness, for unity, and for 20 experience points.
Nice!
Ford.
Yeah.
Where does Ileana go during the
Fuck if
Rapture
I
party? Why is she not here?
Oh, it's her day off. She only takes 1 day off a year, and this is it.
Oh, even we got more days off than that. That shitty factory job.
Aye, she takes herself seriously.
Is she good leader? Yes.
Yeah, we're doing alright, I think. Most people like it. Remember that he is as much a leader as she is.
Well, I thought he was like second in. He's
Nope,
not second
they're
in
a
command.
partnership.
Their partnership.
So he deals with the more human aspects, the people aspects. Aliana deals with the more sort of like the vision of the collusion.
I kind of wanted to drill him for a little bit of info while he's fucked up. To see if he would let anything slip.
Yeah, she's great. I think sometimes she needs more than 1 day off a year. Doesn't sleep with anyone. I reckon that's where she goes today. I reckon she goes to Deletion. That's my.
She has a special someone?
Oh no. I reckon she has a whole lot of special someones on Deletion on this day. That's my thing.
Wow.
Won't
You know
repeat
what?
that to her.
Good for her. I won't remember it
maybe.
tomorrow. I won't remember. It's
She
fine.
needs to do it more often. She's always chill for a few days after Rapture. Language, you might call her.
Wow. Scandalous.
Is it?
Scandalous. Hell, you were just making out with Aisha's brother.
That's what
I
you're
saw
supposed
you.
to, that's what you're supposed to do.
You are scandalous. Last year, Aisha made out with Aisha's brother.
Oh,
What?
no.
It was a mistake. They both regretted
That
it a lot the
is
following day. It wasn't too
scandalous.
bad. But they got confused about whose mask was whose.
Oh no.
That'll happen. This place is
Oh,
crazy.
boy.
You do this every.
No, Collusion's pretty chill for Petition. Petition for Rapture. It's pretty chill.
Wow.
Like, it goes crazy elsewhere. We're pretty... Some of us are pretty sensible. Man, that cake was good.
What was in it? And is there any left?
Life. No, I ate it all.
Damn.
Sorry.
That's
I think
all right.
the woman at the counter was trying to make good friends with me, if you know what I mean. The canteen.
Yeah.
She's been working here for like 150 years, and she's never looked a day under 80.
Oh, good for her. Wonder what their scale routine is.
I don't think she's real.
You don't think she's real? Like imaginary? Like ghost?
No. I reckon she's like made of plastic or something, you know? Like someone just made her up and then she just wished her into reality. She's like a demon, you know? She's the worst thing you've ever imagined. She always gives you the worst baked potato, you know? The one that's all wrinkly with the beans in it. It's never the one you want. It doesn't matter. Like, you can even point to it and she always gives you a different one. Like, bitch, I gave you a job, you know? And then you just give me the shitty potato every time. He just rambles on about the dinner lady. For like
I'm
an hour.
egging him on.
Yeah. that's his moment. Yeah. Is there anything else that anybody wants to be doing on Rapture, or are you guys just gonna get drunk, spaced out, have fun, make out with a few weird people?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I will take a simple D20 from all four of you, please.
God.
Yeah, I think after the 2 hours is almost up, I'd sneak off to the training room or something.
Okay.
11.
9.
12.
13.
Aw.
There we are.
Oh, like you should have got 10.
You will find out one small piece of information. Nope. Nicholas. This guy, he once gave Brozzig a jellyfish, also gave you some potions. Will, in his drunken times, give you a quest. And he will tell you that if you can get hold of, I think it's called Devil's Bloodleaf, he will reward you greatly. It's not illicit, so to speak, but it's very difficult to get hold of. I think it's Devil's Bloodleaf. I am just checking that now. It is Devil's Bloodleaf, yes. It's a red and yellow flower. It was once a really popular decoration around homes and gardens, but over time it's become one of the rarest plants in the world. It's said to give immense vitality and health. Nicholas is aging and is worried that he can't afford any other form of longevity.
Is his last name Flemel?
No, but I suppose that could have been interesting. Maybe my inspiration for his name did come from that, because this is his thing.
Is he a transmutation wizard?
No, I have given you the ability to edit him if you want to take any notes on that. He's there. But yeah, he basically is looking at Devil's Bloodleaf. He will reward you greatly.
Greatly?
Yeah, he's drunk, so what does he know?
Sure, but he sort of spills out this whole tragedy about how, like, he's managed to extend his life a couple of times in the past at great expense or great risk. And he doesn't want to die.
Is he like an elf?
Not. He's a half elf. Sorry.
Okay.
He's gone well beyond the half elf's lifespan. His wife, however, is a full elf, and still looks as young as the day they got married. Look at you two in sync. Yes, so he spells out this whole tragedy about how he's going to die and she's not, and their children are going to live longer than him.
Well, that's
usually how that goes.
They'll have much longer lives than he will.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
So they're barely going to be in adulthood when he passes away, and he's just he's just basically fucking miserable and boring as hell. But you get the quest anyway. But guys, I want to say, go on.
Does he have any leads on where that might be found?
He knows that some places in the wilderness it still grows between rocks that are sheltered.
Got it. Between sheltered rocks in the building.
Yeah, basically in places where you might die, there you might find a plant or two. But guys, I think that's where we're going to wrap up. You'll have a horrible headache on you in the morning. You may take a long rest, which will clear your exhaustion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
The following morning you'll have a horrible headache, but you'll be fine by the time you get to the Kaiser's soiree. The Inovia Awards will be next session. But for today, that is where we're going to come to an end. And I will come to the timeless tradition of MVP. Today we had a fantastic recap by Mikayla, which means that I'll scroll the cameras up. That is not what I was trying to do. It means that I will come to Pat first for an MVP.
I liked the conversation between Oleg and Gorum. I think that was interesting. That whole interaction with him and his dead wife and that stuff. So I enjoyed lots of shenanigans tonight, but I did enjoy that little calmer sort of moment. So
I'm glad. Josh.
I think it's gotta be the revolution that was it Alicia made out with her brother last year? Oh my! Aisha, sorry.
Masks confused.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
That
no.
must feel very gross now.
Yeah, I'm gonna roast them about. Well, it's just for me. It's just a kiss to Aisha.
I think Del has to make up with Aisha. Yeah, you gotta
just
make
for
out with
fairness' sake.
Yeah, just equal
Close
it
the
out.
And why not? Rico.
Gotta be the flavors for me, man. We got some wicked drinks for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, as an
Shout out to
ex-bartender, I've got to make some, do some exciting.
I like the one that the first drink that Paisley had, like
the blood and foam.
Yeah, that sounded awesome.
Yeah,
That
Ice
sounded
cream
good.
and then the spicy.
ice cream and hot cinnamon. Yeah, that is actually based on a real drink. That cocktail is a real picture. It's available at a place called Nightjar in London. I've not tried it, but I've tried a bad replication of a blood red cinnamon whiskey with actual foamed ice cream on top. It unfortunately for me, mine looked absolutely vile because the ice cream sunk into the bread. It didn't float, so it's just this like milky, reddy white pasty mixture, but it tasted like heaven. Mikayla, your MVP.
Yeah, I was also gonna say Oleg's conversation with Gorum. Thought that was sweet. I will say, gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, everyone's fantasy life experience, I guess, and how they were affected by it afterwards, which I think was like, it's interesting that experience just goes subconsciously. So yeah, Brozzig being with his mom and something like that, it's very sweet. So it's kind of interesting how like they were more affected by it, whereas Paisley just probably did the intended experience and just lived a very nice life for a minute. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting dynamic of these guys being kind of more affected in a negative way.
Well, and I think it goes to show that I think Paisley never had anything that was ideal or idyllic or wonderful, right?
Yeah.
Instead, she's always had a bit of a shitty time, and she's always been chasing a dream. That's what I got from it. Whereas I got that Brozzig once, had a relationship he treasured in a place he felt safe in and called home, and Oleg actually really quite liked his existence, just tinkering and playing about and having a good life.
I think that for Oleg, it's more just like he hasn't really had anything great up until that point. So like that was like,
as good as it
life.
got, right?
And Vulgo's trapped in his imagination in the
God.
book. It makes it all tracks.
Yeah, I think it was a really revealing moment. I especially like it in a session where honestly it was a lot of me. Today, things like festivals, processions, parties are gonna have that, right? They're gonna have a lot of me talking about what you see, what you experience. So it's really nice when I hand the table over to you for a minute in the middle of the floats that you guys just absolutely nailed it point on. One of my big MVPs was the fact that it was Brozzig having a meal with his mom. I really enjoyed that. I fucking loved Josh turning into Eliana to send somebody out the gaming room so he could game in private, and it gave me a wonderful opportunity to use the invisible Baxter, who otherwise just seems like a bit of a perv with his outfit. I absolutely loved Mikayla roasting Dylan about not seeing trees while in a room full of trees. That was fantastic. Loved that. And actually, it really almost shook me when you said, as Oleg, about the fact that it was his workplace and that it was that normality. Because I think I'm so glad I came to you last as well. Because the other three were talking about these sort of like either fantasies from the past or fantasies from the future, and you were like, I just want something normal instead of this hunted, horrible, fugitive existence that we're currently stuck in. And I thought that was so poignant. I think you guys did a great job, and I really enjoyed today's episode. I'm sorry it's a little bit shorter, but that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Rapture.